Holler is intended for mature audiences only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial,
nervous when I hit that.
always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
If I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like toaster strudels.
You like the jizzy part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes
You
in
like
my
it?
mouth. And to swallow it down. Oh my God.
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and a girl.
Friends, memers, internet, lend us your rears. Get it? Remember Ace Ventura?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You guys
I
remember
actually
Ace?
thought you said Linda's. Like, shout out to all the Lindas out there.
Friends, memers, internet, Linda's
All the
rear. That's my new name now. I've changed my name. No, actually, my name is JD Short. You can hit me up on all social media at JDSHORT. This is Holler. What's up? It's the podcast Shout You Out. We're hanging out on the internet with you. It's the internet's talk show about you and about
Holla!
good stuff. And with us, of course, is my good buddy Brian. What's up, Brian? How you doing?
Oh, yeah, we're diagonal. We're diagonal this round. Over here. You're down there. Diagonal.
No, wrong way. What?
Yeah, that's correct. That's
No,
working.
it's not.
No, you're going to
Really?
You're
It's
so
working on
wrong.
my screen.
No,
This
it's
is this.
not. Remember? Yeah, there you go. That's the
It's
one.
mirrored on my screen.
That's
How weird
the
is
one.
that? I don't know.
You got me fucked up, Jim.
Holler Nation, what's up? We're glad to be back. I'm Brian. I want you to go follow me on Twitter. It's at Holler at Brian, just like it sounds. That's my favorite social media. Send me a DM there. I will connect with you. We've got Tired Gracie. She's in a bubbly, fantastic, wonderful mood as always. Can't wait to chat more with her. Sure, she's full of great things to say. But more importantly, we've got Leigh Pennington down here from ACES Appalachia, ACESAppalachia.com, as a matter of fact. We're going to talk all about it. We're going to talk about ADHD, ADHD, ADHD. ADHD. We're going to talk about ADHD TVs.
So many letters. That's a
That's
lot.
This may or may not be a half and half of Gatorade and Kettle One vodka. May or may not be.
Yeah. All right. Gracie, how you doing? Gracie, how you doing?
Guess. Take a guess, JD. How am I?
Oh.
So
Tired,
sleepy.
angry, mad, disgusted,
tired.
Yeah.
fed up.
LaCroix wants this week, so we're doing disgusted. So
Crabby
we're
as
doing
hell.
great. Grabby as hell. I only got like a 30-minute nap today, so I'm on top of my game tonight.
All right,
Okay,
Holler
this
Nation,
was me.
enough about
Goodbye.
us. Let's kick this thing off with a toast. Let's talk to our guests. Let's play some Family Feud if we get enough of you in there. We'll give away some camo energy. We'll talk all
By the
about
way,
it in a second.
speaking of our guest, Leigh, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, wonderful. We're so glad you're here, and we're so glad you're here to talk about ACES Appalachia. This is your new project. You've been on our show before,
Yep.
but it was for something else.
Uh-huh.
This time it's
Okay.
about something even more freaking exciting, and we're pumped to tell people all about it. Are you too?
I'm always pumped to talk about it. It's a very exciting topic, and I'm a very excited person.
Wonderful. I love it. Leigh, let's freaking do a toast. Let's get into this business. And let's hang out with everybody on the internet. By the way, Holler, hit us up. Also hit up that website. That's on the bottom of the screen. But hit us all up. We're all chilling. We're here on the internet with you. So if you're seeing this right now and you're live, please comment. If you have any questions about anything, do it. We've got polls coming up. We've got games we're going to play with you later. So please get involved. It's all about you people. Let's do this, okay?
We're going to bounce the whole show off of you. You guys are why we do this. Okay, here we go. If you got a drink out there in Holler Nation or you're with us, hold it up. Here's tonight's toast.
Look at my brain cup. It's amazing.
That is a brain cup.
And
Thank you.
there we go.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Awesome.
Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Cole's Law. Thinly sliced cabbage.
Link up at officialholler.com.
And Leigh does have a brain on her mug.
No,
Leigh,
no, no.
you also are wearing gloves. Please explain yourself to everyone.
Okay, well, so when I sat down to check out my, thing, I was like, I'm either gonna have to like go change out of my clothes, or I'm gonna have to go all the way and fancy it up. So I decided to just use it up with my gloves. Plus, Gracie loves these gloves because they're vintage gloves I got from an antique store because I like to be vintage, especially
That's
now.
really
cool. Should I wear the yellow gloves? And I said, please.
Yeah,
Please do.
but I forgot the giant earrings. I don't know what I'm thinking.
That's okay. That's totally fine. I said
feel like
I said in the pregame when we were coming on, I was like, you look like a governor or governess of a very wonderful state.
You look like Clark Griswold when he got stuck in the attic on National Christmas Vacation, and he's watching all the films.
Well, what I want to look like is Jess from New Girl, or
that too. That's also what you look like.
Oh my gosh, I love that show. Nick Miller.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
Hey, we got Mel in the chat. Mel, I sent you a DM. As a matter of fact, you have a shitload of camo that's going to show up at your door any day now. I mailed you some from your past winnings, and a little bird told me that Camo Energy also mailed you some stuff. So let us know when you get it. Yeah, your actual company. For once, I'm not behind. Your stuff is on the way, Mel. I promise.
The company itself is doing all that work. So speaking of that company, we are proudly powered by Camo Complete Energy. It's absolutely wonderful stuff. Check this stuff out, y'all. This is a energy shot with 250 milligrams of natural caffeine. There is no sugar in this. There is no carbs in this. There is all happiness in this. It's fantastic stuff. We're proudly powered by them. They're made here in beautiful, wild, and wonderful West Virginia. It's really cool. They support us. We support them. And all of y'all are supporting them too. You have multiple ways to win some of this stuff tonight. And Brian, what you would like to tell people about?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's all these different flavors too, by the way. Everyone's a really big fan of this Freedom Energy. This is the one they came out with for their 4th of July, the Rocket Pop shot. CamoEnergyShots.com. You can order some, but as far as winning some tonight, here's the first way. Share this live video to your Facebook wall. Send us a DM showing us that you shared it. Make sure you send us your mailing address in the DM. You get it for free. We're going to send you a variety pack just to try this stuff for free because we want you to keep coming back and keep trying it for more. We're also going to play some Family Feud. We're also going to play some Family Feud at some point. I almost got weird and just hit the button right now to play Family Feud. I really did. I was strongly considering it. I'll hold off. We're going to talk to our guests first.
Don't do that at all.
We're going to suck on chili dogs. For right now, share this live video to your Facebook wall. Send us a DM. Seriously, we will mail you this stuff for free. That's all you got to do. Share your live. Yeah, share your.
On to the real deal, Holyfield, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Just power through.
Power through it. We'd like to welcome to our show. She's been on the show before, and she's now promoting some really, really cool stuff. I can't wait to hear about it. Leigh Pennington of ACES Appalachia. What's up, everyone?
Oh, that is the sound in my brain all day. No, okay, so yes, I was on your show before to talk about Donate Life and organ donation, which is still like a mission that I wholeheartedly believe in. But I did leave Donate Life a couple months ago to step out and start my own project through ACES Appalachia and also a nonprofit called Appalachian ADHD. So the idea behind ACES Appalachia, it's ACES, it stands for Advocate, Cultivate, Educate, and Support. So that's the goal of ACES Appalachia. We want to advocate for the people in our community. We want to cultivate new projects and ideas and wellness initiatives and legislation and amazing things. And we want to educate the community about health-related topics, especially ADHD. And we want to support the community as much as we can. And Appalachian ADHD is sort of my passion project. It is the thing that I'm most passionate about in the world because I don't know if you know this, but I am the poster child for ADHD. I'm also the poster child of late diagnosis and living most of your life not knowing you have ADHD and being like, what is wrong? why is it all awful? And then at like 32, I was diagnosed with ADHD and figured out how to manage my brain. And so Appalachian ADHD is my way of trying to help other people in Appalachia, because we have some seriously negative ideas about ADHD in Appalachia. And so, yeah.
Amongst other things in Appalachia, for sure.
Yeah, amongst a lot of other things. Yep. So that's what I'm doing. My goal is to provide ADHD education and support throughout West Virginia to families and students and also adults with ADHD. So
fantastic. What a wonderful pitch. Everybody buy.
Woo!
It's over.
Leigh, Leigh, so this has to be exciting for you, of course, but I'm just thinking like you stepping outside of your comfort zone and just starting this project and going like, well, I'm pushing all the chips in.
Brian's right on that wavelength. Keep going, Brian. I think that's the way to start with this.
You're pushing all the chips forward on this idea, and clearly, like, that must be exciting, but also like
terrifying. Yes, people keep asking me like, "How's it going?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm poor and terrified, but optimistic." So, one day,
that's a great start.
Yeah. So one day I'm like passionate and excited. I'm like, yeah, we're doing this. And the next day I'm like, I need to get a real job. What am I doing?
And maybe for people that like are looking for inspiration from your story, maybe they have an idea to start something. This is a nonprofit, correct?
Well, ACES Appalachia is a for-profit LLC. However, Appalachian ADHD is the nonprofit.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
because, my brain is like, my brain is thinking like if someone else has inspiration from this, and maybe they're too scared to step outside of their safety net of that salary or that paycheck they're so used to coming in every week. Where does one get funding? When they're you in your shoes, how do you do this?
Yeah, so it has been a real learning process for me. It's actually easy in West Virginia to start an LLC. You just need to be able to do the paperwork and sign on the dotted line and pay the fees. But starting a nonprofit is a completely different animal. And so there's state stuff you have to do, but then you can't be recognized as a nonprofit until you file federal paperwork, which was like a learning thing for me. I thought, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna apply for grants and I'm gonna do workshops. And as I started applying for grants and things, I found out, oh no, I'm not a 501c3 yet because the federal government has to acknowledge me. So that was a whole other set thing and a whole other set of paperwork and fees to pay. Luckily, I have an amazing husband who supports my goals and isn't mad at me that I'm, paying all this and not getting a super big paycheck right now. But I think that, when I started in college, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to not only help, the people of Appalachia, but I wanted to help people like me. I have a passion for this and I can't live the rest of my life and not do it. And I'm 41 and I'm like, you know what? I need to do it now. I can't keep waiting till I'm 60. And then
it's a carpe diem situation.
Yeah. And it's really scary, but I'll tell you something. I have done things that are way scarier than this. Specifically, what?
I'm saying.
Oh, I think no. I was like, yes, I have.
I'm saying yo, and that's real shit. That's real talk.
Yeah. So I lived most of my entire life without knowing I had ADHD and literally believing my brain was broken. Something is wrong with me. Like I came to the conclusion early in my 20s that I was just too stupid to learn. I believed that ignorance was just my identity. That's who I am now. I had tried to go to college a couple times and I kept failing. And I wanted to go to college because I wanted to be the first person in my family ever to go to college. And I am now, and I wanted to be the first person to do it. And I just kept failing. And so when I was about 32, I was diagnosed with ADHD. And my son also was diagnosed at that time. And he also has dyslexia. And so we were standing in the kitchen, and I'll never forget this as long as I live. We're standing in the kitchen. I'm doing something at the sink, and he comes in, and he's got these big, gorgeous doe eyes. And he's like, Mommy, I've just decided I'm not going to be able to learn to read. And I decided that's okay. And he was like in second grade or something at the time. And so that like breaks your heart as a mom. So I gave him this big speech, about not giving up. And I used myself as an example of what not to do. And walked right into him saying, but Mom, now that you know what you should do, you could go to college too. And I thought, oh shit, okay.
Take it down a notch there, little buddy. Calm down.
What did I just do?
You're straight up like the genie from the lamp shit. Like,
oh my God. And so I realized that like I had accidentally tied like his future success to my own. And so I did. I was like, well, I guess I'll give it a try. And I was terrified. And that first day walking into like Mount West Community College, right? I was so terrified. And I just knew I was going to flunk out of every class.
Represent Mountain Lions, by the way.
Yeah.
Mount West.
Yeah.
And over here.
Yeah. And so they tutored me and helped me get caught up. And I ended up getting a 4.0 like every semester I was there. And I thought, maybe I could go to Marshall. I don't know. But I still like didn't believe that it was me. I still thought, oh, they must just be taking it easy on me. So I started at Marshall and I graduated with my bachelor's degree with a 4.0. And I thought, maybe I could go to grad school. And so I enrolled. And I think it was like halfway through grad school. And I had gotten a 4.0 every semester that I realized that I was doing this, like it wasn't because it was easy. It wasn't because somebody just gave me the grades. I was doing it. And,
but where did that change come from? Where did how did you go from failing to
exactly? I was going to say what gave you that?
Yeah.
What pushed you past that sort of hump that you saw could have maybe been a part of before, but like what pushed you past that and turned you into what? Then you became. Now I'm a success story. Now I can be a success story, and then it turned into. Now I can show people they can also be success stories.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
It happened, honest to God, it was being diagnosed with ADHD, starting medication, and learning the tools that I needed to manage my own mind.
How did you get diagnosed, by the way, Leigh? Like, did you, because if you went so long in your life without ever being diagnosed, what was the moment that takes a 30-some-year-old person to walk in and get diagnosed? Was it because of your child?
Well, it was partly because Manny had been diagnosed, and I was one of those people because I was raised that like ADHD is bullcrap. It's a lie. It's just because people don't want to discipline their children. And so Manny was diagnosed, and I didn't start letting him take medication for like a year after he was diagnosed. And then he started taking medicine, and it changed everything. But I learned that ADHD is like mostly genetic. I don't know if you guys know that, but ADHD is very genetic. And so I started thinking about it a little bit. And I'm thinking about the issues I've been having, and I'm thinking about like all I'm learning about his issue. And my husband finally said, you pretty sure you have ADHD too. And I thought, you're probably right. So I had been working at HMG for a long time, and I walked into Dr. Snyder's office at HMG, and I sat down with him, and I was like, I think I have ADHD. And he goes, oh, good. You figured it out, basically. Because he had
by the way, that's the Huntington Internal Medicine Group. That's an area for
Huntington Internal Medicine Group, Dr. Snyder. And he was like, yeah, duh, And apparently, I realized that people around me knew that I had ADHD, and I didn't know. And I went to my high school reunion like 2 years ago or something, and was joking about it because I hadn't seen any of them for like a million years, 20 years. And I was joking about it, and I was like, I never realized I had ADHD. And a girl goes, oh, we knew. And I was like, and none of you told me? Seriously? That could have helped a long time ago to have that information.
So, I don't want to, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. I'm actually thinking, A, I'm curious, and B, helping other people potentially as well. Not that you can go in and I guess request a certain thing, but like when I was growing up, they were feeding little kids Ritalin. That's what they were feeding them. And now they're feeding children. What is the name of it now? I take no medication. I'm really bad with medication names.
There's a few now.
There's a few. There's
Adderall, Vyvanse.
Adderall. That's what I was thinking. Is that what they give? Is that what they give adults with ADHD, or is it just a mix, Leigh?
It depends, because there's stimulant medications, and see, people don't realize that like there are different types of ADHD. Okay, so there are 3 main types of ADHD. There's predominantly inattentive ADHD, which is like the dreamer, who mostly goes undiagnosed. They just stare off into space, but they can't focus and they're not hyper, but they internalize all that angst into like anxiety and stress. And then there's
This
the
is fucking fascinating, by the way. This is amazing. You're literally putting a clinic on Holler right now. Everybody fucking pay attention.
It's science right now. And so then there's what I am, which is like a mixed presentation where I'm hyper and I'm inattentive. Yay for me. And then there's predominantly hyper, which is like the stereotypical ADHD kid, like, you know, the little boy who's getting in trouble every single day and stuff.
Sort of scooting from here to there, doing,
But then you also have people who,
which can still, which you're saying too, also, we're still considering this. This is adult. So this is still fully grown adults can still feel that way.
Listen, ADHD doesn't actually, you don't really grow out of ADHD. People subconsciously.
It doesn't care what you're fucking
because, and I'll explain in a minute, people subconsciously are learning mechanisms to do what we call, you know, they coast or they camouflage themselves, right? And they learn how to mimic neurotypical people around them in order to sort of hide their and manage their symptoms. And for some people who don't have it severely, they can learn how to manage it and they can still live a relatively normal life and they don't need medication, and that's great. But for people like me, see, ADHD is a neurochemical problem and a frontal lobe problem. People don't realize that people with ADHD most of the time have smaller frontal lobes, okay? And people with ADHD, we do not create or metabolize dopamine in the same way other people do, which means we also do not create and metabolize epinephrine, cortisol, serotonin in the same way other people do, which is why I take Adderall twice a day. And for me, Adderall makes me normal. But if someone who is neurotypical takes it, it speeds them up. And it's because they can already create dopamine on their own. They can metabolize it on their own, and they don't need the medication in order to be normal. When I take it, because I can't make the dopamine on my own or metabolize it correctly on my own, then it makes me be able to focus like I am right now. But
boom. And ladies and gentlemen, we've just been nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award.
You've got mail.
For scientific, no, you know.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
That completely all makes sense, and it should make sense to everybody because it really just makes sense. You said the phrase neurotypical.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big conversation right now, especially on the internet, which is where we are right now. Hey, about like neurotypicality. Is that even a word? That's not a word.
Neurodivergence. You mean the conversation about
neurodivergent? That's where I wanted to go with it. Is neurodivergent. Is really, that's where the conversation really kind of is what is neurodivergence in this situation, and also like people that don't realize like what that really is. It can help. It doesn't completely explain, but it can help explain how people feel and how people act and how people react to things. And I wanted to say, you said neurotypical. What's up about neurodivergence?
Okay, so neurodivergence is, when you talk about neurodivergence, you're typically talking about someone on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum, or someone with ADHD. People don't realize that ADHD and autism are very, very similar. They're both neurodevelopmental disorders. They both have very similar symptomology, but also they have the same mechanisms at their core, meaning people with autism have similar neurochemical issues that people with ADHD do. So we have very similar, and there are a lot of people who have both autism and ADHD together. And there are some people who end up misdiagnosed with ADHD, but they have autism, and vice versa, because they're so similar. And so when you're talking about neurodivergent people, you're talking about people with ADHD or people with autism. And it just means that the way our brains take in and process information, the way we create neurochemicals. And people don't understand that every thought that goes through your head, every emotion that you feel, every single thing that comes out of your mouth, everything that your body does is controlled by neurochemicals. Literally, your neurochemicals affect everything you do, your behavior, your mood, your emotions, everything is a neurochemical. And we say, oh, I love you with all my heart, but really we love each other with all our brains. Okay. Everything
I'm
is.
gonna start telling people that I love you with all of my brain.
All my brains. Yes.
Gracie, I immediately started thinking about your neurochemicals as soon as she started talking about it. I'm like,
hey Gracie, hey Gracie, I love you with all. Hey Gracie, I love you with all my feet.
Ew.
Doesn't quite have the same scientific context, but I
thought that we could. No, I'm just kidding.
Some people are into that. I mean, people are really
are
into that.
off balance. That's why I take medicine twice a day, Brian. Fuck off.
you know what? I love you with all my brain.
I love you so
From
much,
Brian, which is you just switch the letters and it turns into brain. It's really funny how that works. Hey, Leigh, after your name, you are Leigh Pennington, comma MPH, which
MPH.
to me is Leigh Pennington miles per hour. So please.
Yes. You're miles per hour.
Is that like a weird ADD joke?
About how fast you talk, honestly.
Things are
I talk really fast, but I have lots of words to say. There's lots of words in there.
You got Holler Nation 3 entire fucking like syllabuses worth of things in the past like 20 minutes. I want to say 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're
Would
a
you
professor
like
as
some
well?
real life ADHD stuff to talk about, though? Real life stuff, not sciencey stuff. So ADHD manifests in our life and causes a lot of issues, right? And so I told my brother, I was like, I'm going to talk about you and me because he's my ADHD twin. He's 7 years older than me. We both have really bad ADHD, like bad ADHD. And so he and I, we're out of 5 kids. There are 5 kids in our family. We grew up in this extremely conservative family. So, of course, they did not believe in ADHD or mental health issues or any of that stuff. They just whipped us so we were better, which we never got better.
You probably just prayed it away is what you did.
Well,
probably.
we tried. They tried.
We're not talking about Jesus, Brian.
I tried.
But yeah, so he and I, out of the 5 of us, he and I are the ones that got hurt all the time. Like, for example, I had 9 car accidents from the time I was 16 to 21. 9.
It's terrifying.
My brother had several car accidents. Oh, every major accident I've ever had, except for the car accidents, were all my brother's fault. Like one time he's like jumping off this roof.
Yo, this isn't Judge Judy. I'm sorry.
It is. I'm just explaining the ADHD brain. He's like, Lily, jump off the roof. I'll catch you. I'm like, cool. And I did. And he didn't catch me. And I broke my pelvic bone.
That is a bad break, actually.
He stabbed me in the foot with a tobacco spike once.
It's not good.
I know. Lots of injuries.
It's like, sorry about my ADHD.
I'm just saying.
It's a very toxic relationship. You have with your
ADHD, you get hurt a lot, is all I'm saying.
Leigh, let me ask you, with ACES Appalachia, we could talk about ADHD forever, and it's fascinating. As a matter of fact, we do a whole podcast.
Absolutely fucking captivating as fuck.
More about ACES Appalachia here, which is what you are on the show representing. Let's just say someone is listening, or someone hears the podcast later, and they're thinking like, this girl, she knows her stuff. I want her. I want ACES Appalachia to help. What can ACES do? Do you go to a school? Do you go to a business? Do you provide things online? What does ACES do to help?
Okay, so ACES Appalachia, now that's the LLC. And so that's the ACES Appalachia is, we do a lot of public health consulting, work in wellness in the community. We help people get grant funding. It's also where people can come and hire me as a public speaker. Now, Appalachian ADHD, if you go to ACES Appalachia website, you'll see the Appalachian ADHD blog. And that's kind of where Appalachian ADHD started, because I had this LLC and I was working in ADHD education and trying to do all these things. And people were reaching out to me through social media and they were saying, I don't know what to do about my kid. And I cannot ask anyone to pay me to help them with this, to do ADHD coaching. I realized I just don't have it in me to ask anyone to pay me for that. So I was like, I need a nonprofit. So Appalachian ADHD started as my blog. and you can go and you can kind of read my story and read some other things. However, you can also go on the ACES Appalachia website and you can reach out to me. You could message me. You could message me through the regular Facebook, however you want to reach me. If you need help with ADHD, if you have questions about ADHD, I would like you to put them in the chat right now. And
throw them in there.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I would totally do that. If you need help with any of this, you message me. I can come help you. But the goal is with ACES or with Appalachian ADHD, the goal is to get grant funding in order to provide workshops, ADHD coaching throughout West Virginia for families, teachers, adults who have ADHD. And I also want to start support groups, regional support groups throughout West Virginia, where people can come and talk to other people who are dealing with the same stuff, because there is a serious stigma surrounding neurodiversity and ADHD specifically. So
ACES seems more like this is kind of what you've put together in order to put focus on these different elements, these different things that you need to be done. And right now, like sort of your keystone project right now is ADHD in Appalachia. And being able to do that, like that's sort of the main focus now. And the focus can also be broadened at any other time. And anybody who really like feels like something you could help them with, they can hit you up through ACES and actually have that be a part of that, right? I mean, I'm not really
absolutely. So for example,
because I'm just a silly internet talk show dude, but
yeah, you're absolutely right. So ACES Appalachia. What I want to utilize ACES Appalachia for is I've had people asking me, do you know who I should talk to about this? Do you know how to write a grant? Do you know how to do this? Can you come and do speaking? Can you do public speaking? Can you guest lecture? And so I'm doing all of these things. And so ACES Appalachia is how I am providing assistance to other people who have amazing ideas and want to do nonprofits, or you want to start a program. I can help you create a program, do a needs assessment in your community, create an intervention that works for that specific community, then create messaging and a marketing plan for your intervention, and then show you how to do evaluations on that, and even come and help do education for you. So that's ACES Appalachia. Appalachian ADHD is my nonprofit because it's my passion project, and it is how I want to go out and help the community in West Virginia, providing education and support for ADHD community in West Virginia. So
it really is interesting how much more fulfilling life is. As I learned this as an adult, it took me a while. Okay, I used to just bounce around all over the place, go to as many events, parties, travel, play the sports, just as many things I could do. And I still live sort of that way, but life is ultimately a lot more fulfilling when you have a little side project that you're passionate about. And for us, it's Holler. We are passionate about this, and we get to do this about every Friday. And as you know, we get to go to different shows. Sometimes we're backstage. Hey, thanks, Leigh. Thanks for that. And sometimes, so this is definitely my side passion. And I can say it's certainly, I don't know, like, I just feel a lot better. You feel a lot more fulfilled when we have a little side project. So that's I like hearing about yours as well. But most importantly, Leigh, before we get off the subject here, I wanted people just to understand what exactly ACES is and what it can do. And I think that you touched on that pretty well. So is there anything else you wanted to say about ACES before we move on and start just shouting out random Holler stuff?
Yeah. So in terms of ACES, the LLC, and not Appalachian ADHD, I'm available for consulting for any kind of public health thing, or even if it's marketing related and you have this amazing idea. I have people, there's this amazing program called Curious Kiddos, and she's writing children's books about mental health issues that kids in a classroom go through. And so I consulted with her, and I'm working with some other people in Huntington who want to create a nonprofit that works with fire and EMS to help with the opioid epidemic. And so this is what I love. I love this. And the last 2 years I worked with Donate Life were heaven for me, because that's what I love. Health education promotion, going out and creating programs, marketing those programs, and helping market those missions. Not everybody knows how to do that. And so I'm here to help you do that and figure that out. So you just have to reach out to me and let me know what your project is, and I'll see how I can help you in any way I can. And with Appalachian ADHD, if you need ADHD education, if you just want to ask me some questions, if you are looking for somebody to come out and do a workshop at your school, whatever the need is, if you want to start a support group in your area and you need help getting that started for people with ADHD, reach out to me. I'm not going to charge you anything for any ADHD education or any help that I come out and help you with, because
that's wild, people. That's wild stuff. It's amazing.
Holler.
Yeah.
We
Can we
will
get
talk after the show because
yes, girl.
Mama's got a girl that keeps getting
I get
Gracie
it.
would like to consult with you
having
directly after the
some
show.
trouble
real.
in first grade.
That's real stuff.
Oh, and
So
also read the blog. Read my blog.
Boom. Yes, of course. Which we'll get all that stuff out to everybody in Holler Nation. Leigh, thank you so much for telling us all about ACES and Appalachian ADHD. Excuse me, HD TV.
I know. I get lost. I really get lost with it. I do. Get lost.
There's this goofy meme, and
I'm trying to make really stupid ADD jokes.
That's okay. There's a funny meme, and my son keeps repeating it all the time. And he's like, some guy is like, oh, I don't know what HD is, but my doctor says I have 80 of them. It's like every day he says that joke to me.
Hey, wonderful.
Oh.
Leigh Pennington of ACESAppalachia.com, ladies and gentlemen. Please go to that website. You'll learn more about her company as well as everything else she is doing to help you. What?
Yeah, there was that ADHD.
Yeah. Squirrel.
Let's talk to the Holler Nation people. Let's hang out with the people on the internet. Leigh, please hang out with us more. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, Leigh, if anything else I can say about this, your story is inspiring. Even ADHD aside, going out on a limb, starting a business on your own, all very inspiring. And you know what? I know that you like to write and you write a blog and everything. And I think that one day in your life, I think that you should write a book. And that's what I'm going to say about that. And now we're going to move on to the next segment. Here we go.
Send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
Please send them to me.
Still haven't got one.
Baby.
Still haven't got one. You
not one. Holler at Gracie is
shots.
my Snapchat name. Holler at Gracie. Send me a damn dick pic.
CamoEnergyShots.com. We're very proud of our sponsor. Please go to the website that's scrolling below. Order yourself some, or do it the easy way by just sharing this live video. Even if you're listening to this podcast tomorrow or the next day or the next day, share this live video to your Facebook wall and just send us a DM, and we'll make sure that you get a variety pack. We want you to taste this stuff.
When I was doing it, did I kind of look like Donald Trump trying to drink a bottle of water?
I forgot that existed, but that's exactly what it looked like. That's correct.
I have to say,
I want to break out my tiny hands that go on my fingers. Why am I not doing that with all of these podcasts?
I have to say, Gracie keeps yawning. I think she needs.
I know. I hate it. She does that in every show. She always does it.
She is a bundle of. You know what? Fun fact about Gracie: doesn't matter what time of the day it is. This is how she will act and yawn. It's something about her frontal lobe.
It is so early. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
gonna go ahead and.
You're a good person. That's why.
I'm gonna go ahead and rock a Holler live poll that we've done. We put up polls every single week. Me and Brian will put those together. Sometimes Gracie does one, but not a lot because.
Yeah, I don't.
So this week I asked everybody on the internet, what food do you swear that people only pretend to like?
Be right back.
Now, let me say that again. What food do you swear? Gracie, what the fuck?
It's fine. We'll just act like that.
Again, the question was, what food do you swear that people only pretend to like? Now, that doesn't mean what food do you not like. It means more like, I don't think you actually like that. When people say they like it, you're like, nah, right. I think you're just saying. So that's kind of what it is. And so we're going to see what happens with that. So I'm going to go around the table. Actually, no, I'm not going to go around the table. I'm going to see what Holler Nation has to say, and then we'll go around the table. Here we go. James pops in with the first one. He says, literally any dish that ever appeared on the menu of Olive Garden.
Now that's not true. I like that food.
Okay, all right. Now we got our boy Corduroy Brown coming into the place, and he says ranch and pickles.
What?
Together?
There'll be a lot of people angry. A lot of people angry with him. Brandon Willem in the place to be. He says, he just pops up here on the Holler Live.
This is how I feel about you pickle haters.
Brandon Willem, a.k.a.
Listen to all of our past episodes.
that guy right there.
That guy.
Thanks, Willem. As always.
Black, and he says black licorice.
Black licorice. Brandon
So
Willem.
gross.
All right, let me knock these out, guys, and then we'll kick it. By the way, Corduroy Brown, ranch and pickles, Brown. You know, sometimes
He's the worst. Blocked and unfriended.
All right. Anyway, Jaron Jackson of the Heavy Hitters, by the way. Cottage cheese.
Oh, cottage cheese is so good though.
I love
some people. See, that's the thing. The whole point is
people,
there are certain people that like it, but also the point is to look at it and go, nah, you can't like that. You're just saying you like it. Jacob, Joel City Barbershop McComas says, Ranch King here. Alan Brown needs to kick rocks.
So I better tag him.
Yeah.
King Ranch in the house.
Go fucking punt a boulder there, Corduroy. This one comes from Kayla. She says cabbage. Okay. People say, all right. Okay, I get it. Oh shit. Okay, this one comes from Gracie's sister Gina.
Gina.
Avocado.
What?
Honestly, though, I figured that was going to be up there. I thought there were people going to be saying, because sometimes it doesn't taste like anything. Not going to lie.
Tastes like grass.
It doesn't taste like anything. Then there you go. And then she thinks it tastes like grass. Anyway, then Shannon, she says, does kombucha count? Yes. Yes, it fucking does. Kombucha? How many people?
Wait, stop. Can we time out? What is that?
Kombucha is a fermented. Sorry, go ahead, Leigh, please.
No, I would you to go ahead, sir. You go ahead.
No,
it's a fermented drink.
Somebody fucking tell me what it is.
It's a fermented drink that helps with digestion. It has a lot of digestive enzymes.
Right. So it's fermented tea. So it's tea that's been fermented, and anything fermented is going to have probiotics in it.
Can we just have?
And so there you go. Jacob, Jewel City Barbershop. He says, what did he say? Ranch Poppy versus Bad
Taste Brown.
Oh,
the show off. The head-to-head.
Glory be. Okay, all right, hang on. I got a couple more, and then I'm done, and then we're gonna go around the table with our own shit. And this one, I'm gonna go all the way quick with it. Mo says pickles. Gracie, will you eat a pickle? Anytime somebody says pickles, eat a pickle, Gracie.
I'm just gonna drink the juice.
No, just eat the pickle, then drink the juice. Adam Hall, what's up, Adam Hall? Please be on the show later. He says freaking lettuce. It's stale, crunchy water.
Crunchy water is a fair description.
Oh my God, we got another one from Alan Corduroy Brown, if that's your real name. He says popcorn.
He's the worst.
He's just going to be trolling. It's got to be trolling.
What? What the fuck? Okay, all right, here we go. LaCanda says Brussels sprouts, beets, onions. All right.
Bears, Battlestar Galactica.
That's exactly where my brain went.
She also says the heel of a bread loaf because they don't want to be wasteful. All right. All the coffee stuff with 18 pumps of vanilla and 20 sugar packets. Why don't you just drink chocolate milk?
Because it doesn't have caffeine in it.
All right, here we go. Justin says Miracle Whip. Sophie also says cottage cheese. Who wants to eat curdled milk? Huh? Who knows? Miranda's jumping in with green tea lattes. Matcha is gross. When I worked at Starbucks, I used to tell people it tasted like what I imagine seaweed straight from the ocean tastes like.
I've never had that. I don't know. Wouldn't know.
Turns out, Leigh, you came in too at some point earlier. And
I did.
You said IPAs.
I think it's just Like everybody wants to seem like they're cool. So they're all like, oh, I'm cool hipster. I'm going to drink me some IPA. But in reality, it's the most disgusting thing ever. It's like, I would rather drink vinegar than an IPA.
Sometimes an IPA can taste like you just ran your lawnmower over a fresh patch of field onions. Patrick says, well done steaks. If you eat them like that, you just don't like steak. You just like A1 sauce. Chrissy says tofu. Kayla says Rocky Mountain oysters. Does anybody know what those are?
Yes.
What are they?
Oysters.
Bull balls.
Lee's right.
I am.
Right.
I grew up on a farm. I know.
Gracie's what?
I don't know.
No, we'll get to that.
I didn't even know what kombucha was.
Gracie, have you heard about the price of deer
this
testicles?
one's good.
Have you heard about the price of deer testicles? They've dropped. They're under $1. Go ahead, Jason. Continue.
Get out. I'm all done. Goodbye.
Ted says wedding cake. And Gracie was like, what? And then Ted said, really? I worked in a wedding place for a few years as a teen. The cakes came from all over, were always edible at best and nasty at worst. Or you could go deeper and say I'm making a symbolic statement about matrimony. La la la. Mel
Canadian thing.
Popped in and said, I love IPAs. I'm cool as shit.
By the way, I also love IPAs. I told Lee I was going to talk about that when we were chatting in the pre.
Well, let me finish this and then we'll do that. Kyle says also IPA.
No worries, buddy.
I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be beer for people that hate beer but love those pine tree air fresheners you hang from your rear view mirror. Hey, Captain Awesome in the place to be. We haven't seen him since the Snappy Hour. Holler, call back. Pumpkin spice. Huh? Pumpkin spice anything. It's for people that say it's fall, y'all, but they also think the nacho cheese at Taco Bell is spicy. And then the next person says pumpkin spice as well. Her name's Aaron. What's up? All right, everybody, we're done with your shit. My answer: calamari.
Interesting.
Do people really like chewing on those fucking lobers?
They're pretty.
Those fucking earloby boys, dude. Look at that.
Say an earlobe.
Get them lobers in some zesty sauce tonight.
Chewing on those stretchy boys. You like that?
Just chew on them stretchy boys. Put them inside.
Yeah. I probably just like the marinara that I just
you know what? The sauce has got tomato and garlic and basil and it's great, but dip them lobers in marinara.
Calamari is so good in ranch.
Fuck you.
Gracie, what is your answer?
Whiteclaw. And yeah, don't look at me that way. And
no, you don't get two. You gotta explain.
No, I get two. Alan Brown said 3, so shut your pie.
But you gotta explain them. You have a platform.
Because it's just fuzzy water with like a whisper of the fruit flavor. Like it's like you're drinking fuzzy tap water, and then somebody's yelling pineapple from the other room or from the basement. They're gross. Like. The worst of the seltzers. The worst. The Whiteclaw is. And they were the first one.
Dip them lobers in some zesty.
They're the worst. They're just the worst.
And
second, there's a pattern here. LaCroix, right? Is that fuzzy water too? With like also the hint of flavor of a fruit, but 0 alcohol. So it's extra awful. Like same thing. Just a Whiteclaw.
I like that.
Whiteclaw, but it just doesn't have alcohol.
There's no alcohol.
A sugary Coke. This is what she needs.
Worst. It's just fuzzy water with like a whisper of a fruit flavor. Disgusting.
If you drink it long enough, then regular soda tastes bad because it tastes too syrupy. And
I can see
people pretend to like those because they think it's cool. Sorry,
I drink them every day and I love them. I try to drink a Pepsi and it's like I'm drinking maple syrup.
Word. No, yeah. I mean, that totally fucking makes sense. Totally makes sense. Because you're drinking a ghost of a drink.
A little ghosty boy.
That's funny.
Brian?
That's a good one, JD. I'm proud of you.
My answer is caviar. I think that people pretend to like it because you're supposed to like it if you're rich, and I think that it's served to rich people or in high money settings, and people are just like delicious, but they don't fucking like that shit. They don't like it.
Yeah.
The best thing they can say about it is just like, well, it's just a little salty and butter. Well, dude, there's like 10 million ways to eat something salty that's 10,000 times better. You're just pretending to like it because you're trying to be fancy. That's the answer.
Exactly. And here is somebody enacting somebody actually eating that stuff. Ooh. Oh, is this beluga?
This what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's a tough sign when you're eating like this much of it, right? Like, I mean, if it was delicious, you'd be crushing a bowl of it. Lee, what's up? Lee, what's
if
up?
it was that delicious, you'd be eating like Kraft Mac Cheese.
Just shoveling it in. There's a reason you're putting it on the tip of a cracker and just trying your best. You're like, please God. That's it. That's about it. That's it's so good. Oh, you're crying.
Oh, it's delicious.
Ooh.
Still talking about caviar.
Have you seen that video of that little girl who's like, they're like, oh, you seem like you're enjoying it, and she's like, and then she's like,
yeah, that's people eating.
have you seen that? She's like,
Lee, what's your answer?
Lee,
I already gave mine. It was IPA, and
IPA. Fair enough.
Expound.
Let me think.
Okay.
Those purple eggs that are like pickled.
Oh yeah.
No, I know what it is. Pig feet.
Same. Fucking same. In the jar, right?
That's like some Fear Factor shit to me.
Oxtail.
No, I have the man in the other room, and he's eating weird. He's like, let's eat some oxtail. And I'm like, it's the slimiest meat that anybody ever tried to make me eat.
Wait a second. How's he making it? Is he pickling it like pig's feet and eggs and stuff? Or
it's like, I don't remember how he made it.
That's a whole other thing.
Slimy. It was like so slimy. It was
He's just got a tail like it's like a rope. He's like, this is dinner tonight. What spices do you like?
Got it right here.
It's fucked up. I mean,
fresh off the ox. Fresh off the ox's ass.
He's always like,
there he is, a little floppy.
He's watching Jesse. I'm sorry, I'm making fun of you, but he's always like, I need to go to Walmart because they always have the neck bones. I need neck bones. I'm like, what? Neck bones.
Give me
nobody
those
eats
C2.
them. No, you use them to make stock, which is fine, but then nobody ever has to know that was made. The stock was made. That's the point of bones or necks or oxtail. No, yeah, actually, yeah, you're right.
Oxtail's disgusting and slimy. I'm sorry.
People that like oxtails are lying about liking oxtails.
Yeah, they are.
They just
and there
like
you have it. And that concludes our food.
And boom, there we go. Hit some buttons.
Get out of here.
Hit more buttons. Poll number 2 of the evening.
I have a lot to say about this one.
Okay, fantastic. That's why we're here.
Okay.
Let me ask the question first. We'll go directly to you. What is a fashion trend that you just don't understand?
And here we go. All right.
Lee, you have the floor. Let's hear it.
Well, I mean, it's not first of all, I said the fashion trend I don't understand is bad hygiene. And then I said, yes, it's a trend. Because there are people who literally, their fashion is that they smell and they're dirty. But I have a problem with what some other people said was their fashion trend. They did not.
Oh, okay.
So I will wait until he reads the list, and then
there you go. I'm cool with that. That's good. But no, is that for real your answer? Because that's a really good answer.
That was for real my answer. I don't understand bad hygiene.
That is some straight up like 2020s shit.
You know, I went to the Melvins
on purpose.
I went to the Melvins at the Loud. It was hot that day, and there were people packed wall to wall. It was the busiest show I've been to at the Loud, and most of the people in there smelled bad. And I thought, does people realize that it stinks in here bad? It stunk so bad. And then the next day, JJ Waters was also like, You Melvin's people need to take a shower. And I was like, it wasn't just me. Everybody thought it smelled. It was
Woolham says the high water pants. And so like I also think that like Woolham is factoring into this answer, if I'm not mistaken, by the way. So correct me if I'm wrong, Woolham, but like it's going as deep as like you can buy like a really expensive suit from Express and they purposely like have the fucking pant legs a little bit too short. So they're already too short when you're walking around. Then you sit down, they're like halfway up your calf. And I'm like, what are we doing here with these pants? Like you just spent
That's why
like
you wear them fun socks. You gotta wear fun long socks.
Socks are cool and all, but like what the hell is going on with the pants? They just at this point they don't fit. They don't fit on purpose. That's trying to be a trend, like not fitting on purpose. I get it, man. I follow.
Word.
Yep. And he says, yeah.
Should we go around and then you open? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Go for it.
Let's go around, and then when we pull anything open, Leigh can do like a thing. She can hit like a stopper, like a
what?
Like she can Leigh, you can like anytime you hear something that Brian brings up that you've got something like to say about, you can just do like a noise, like a honk.
Okay, yes.
Or like make a noise you want.
Woolham says, by the way, Gracie, they don't even wear socks with
right
the,
because you have sassy shoes.
Yeah. Got some beer
shoes. You're right.
Come on, I think it's cute.
Let's go around the table.
Okay, and a bow tie. That's what I'm saying.
JD, what's up? What's your answer?
I agree, Leigh.
Backpacks.
What about them?
If you're fucking 35 years old, stop fucking wearing backpacks, bro. Yo, you got some shit. Yo, you got some stuff you got to keep with you, dude. That's cool. But maybe put it somewhere where you're going to use it. Don't put it in don't backpacks, bro. Come on.
What if you're on a bicycle?
My dad always has this saying. This happens a lot more in the West End, okay?
I mean, I've got an answer for that, but like, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
We will be driving our car. We will see like a grown ass man on a little tiny like stunt bicycle wearing a backpack. My dad always goes, "If I was a cop, that's the guy I would stop right there. There's some shit in that backpack." Like he always says, it like
in that backpack.
It can't be good.
No, it's not even just that. It's really just like it's backpacks, yo.
Backpacks, bro.
Yo, okay, get better backpacks. Actually, if you're gonna wear the backpack all the time, make sure it looks cool.
I'm imagining that JD has some sort of like trauma from like middle school or high school that involves backpacks in some way.
Yeah, we had to stare at LL Bean backpacks our entire high school career.
No, actually, my trauma about backpacks happened last week when I was attacked by a person on the street with a pair of backpacks on their back.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
I was attacked by some backpacks with Matt with the back.
Is this a true story?
Yak back.
Yeah, because you get hit twice. You know, you hit and you spin and hit again.
And then
you spin and hit again.
But he's got the double pack backpacks, right?
He saw me and was like, "You don't have a backpack. I'm gonna win this fight." And I was like, "Oh."
Okay, we're done with backpacks. That was the answer.
Only Gracie that joke.
My answer is transition lenses on the glasses. I don't like those. I don't like when you go outside and your glasses turn into sunglasses and then you come back in and they're like kind of halfies, kind of halfway sunglasses and not. And I find myself like kind of staring at you like I can't concentrate because I'm looking.
I can't see your other eye.
Are you ever going to transition fully? We're just like halfway transitioned into the sunglasses mode. Is it too bright in here? Make this go away. Make that gray shade. Make that stop. Stop doing that. Just take them off. So just buy sunglasses and then also have regular glasses and hope for the best. That's my advice. Gracie, what's up?
Well, just know my child just came out of her bedroom. So anyway, just know that's where we are. Okay, maybe it's because I'm an old lady. What did you say?
I said, let's talk.
You're beautiful.
Oh, I know. Maybe it's because I'm an old lady. What? Are you there, God? Oh, wait, we're not talking about Jesus. Okay. Maybe it's because I'm an old lady. Maybe it's just because I think this is really, really stupid. But the pants that have the ginormous holes in them from like the top of your thigh down to your knee, and then you got
It's like
a
flapping.
little patch of denim, and then
Yeah,
you got the ginormous hole from your bottom of your knee all the way to your ankle, and
It
you got
shows
the
the
little
entire
rim.
leg.
I'm just like, wear a pair of shorts. Just put on a pair of shorts. What is the point of those pants?
It's a fair answer.
Wear a pair of
I like
shorts.
No, girl, you don't understand. The back of my knees are susceptible to mosquitoes.
I just don't get that. And I can't figure out it's because I'm an old lady and I'm just like, I don't know. But I think it's ridiculous. Put on a damn pair of shorts. This is like a shots fired. Good job, Brian.
Yeah, it really is. Everybody's getting real hype.
Both
Everybody's getting real
polls
hype
really
about
good.
it.
Both polls real good.
All right, so I am going to go over to Holler Nation here. We're going to read some stuff, and we're going to trigger Leigh.
I remember. I've been waiting for this all night.
Oh, yikes.
God.
When Leigh hears something, she's going to make a wild noise. And
She's going to unleash full ADHD rage.
Oh, yeah.
In T minus 20 seconds here.
They...
Okay, here we go. Let's start at the top. Joe Weekly says, flat bill hats with the sticker still on them. It's a good answer. I like that.
Remember when we started tonight and I said, JD, you have on a flat billed hat with a sticker on it. It's because I read ahead.
It doesn't have a sticker on it.
I was like, that doesn't have a sticker on it. I'm down with the flat. I'm down with the flat bills.
This is actually stitched in, motherfuckers. Vans off the wall, bitches. What's up?
This is straight Von Dutch.
You can't get this at Kohl's.
Straight Von Dutch, bitch.
Von Dutch, what's up?
Shout out to Von Dutch. Caleb Atkins says, "Mom jeans."
That's
okay.
my sound. That's my buzzer sound.
Okay.
Caca.
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 Listen.
Yeah, I will.
All you skinny people who don't understand mom jeans don't understand the life of a chubby mom. First of all, because we need the mom jeans. Even I've been wearing mom jeans since way before they were cool to wear mom jeans, because you wear them with your shirt untucked and nobody knows they're mom jeans, but you need those. They keep everything in and they make you look like you have a waist and stuff. And they're like heaven. Because imagine if all of us chubby moms wore jeans below our belly button, where would our stomach go? Where would the mom pouch go? It would fall to the floor, and we'd all not. Nobody wants to see that.
Like you're a fucking kangaroo.
Give me some freaking mom jeans. I need those.
Hang on. Are these the like acid wash, fully elastic banded top side?
No, they're talking about
under the titty jeans.
High-waisted pleated.
Those are kind of mom jeans.
High-waisted pleated jeans are back. And I'm for it.
Acid wash, the elastic band's that big and it goes around and it's got all the little.
Guys, we've got 20 of these. We're gonna have to get through these, okay? We've got 20 more to go. That was only 2. Literally, we have 20 more to go. Brandon Woolham, by the way, says let's add the dude shorts that have about a 5-inch inseam.
I disagree.
I love the shorty man shorts.
The little front, it's like right up.
I love them.
I'm not going to show.
I love shorty man shorts.
Let's try to get through 20
here.
Don't listen to Brandon Woolham.
We've replaced the name of they're called Hoochie Daddy shorts, and we all know it.
We're all here for those. Me and Gracie, we're here.
I have a fun fact. Bodies are weird. Like some people are long-legged, some people are short-legged, some people are long-torsoed. They could be different heights, but their legs are different. For whatever, I can wear I can wear 5-inch inseam shorts, and they really don't look like short. They just look like good shorts on me. They don't look like they're like halfway up my thigh. They just look normal. Anyway, next answer, LaCandace says these jeans right here. She says, guys in these new like trendy jeans.
With the little buckly sort of parts.
They're like all kind. Yeah, they've got the like the ridges through them plus the tears.
Okay, all I wanted to do was tag Chase.
Hey, if I wanted a bag of Ruffles, I'd have went to fucking Speedway, baby.
I'm actually going to do it right now.
Next trend by Mo Lutz. She
Ruffles
says,
has bridges.
She says micro sunglasses. Micro sunglasses. I said, what the hell are those? I need a photo. She said, these micro sunglasses. Shit. What the fuck
You're
are
not
those?
even covering her eye.
What the fuck are those? What the fuck are
You're not
those?
even doing shit.
Ashley Booth says, are mullets a fashion trend? If so, definitely mullets.
Yeah, they're a fashion trend with a perm.
Yeah.
Like all the teenagers are getting them now.
Yeah.
Mullets with a perm.
Wait, hang on. Are you talking about the like fucking Brillo pad scrubby stuff on the top with the like side?
Give him that
That's
Brillo.
the thing. Like all the high school kids are bringing back permed mullets.
The mullet's got the fluff. The Brillo pad top straight, like that's the straight up like on God FR.
On God. Yeah.
That's what that shit is. The mullet's got flow though.
We've had one of America's most famous mullets on this show a couple times, and that would be shout out to Danny Earl. Okay, moving on here. Miranda says oversized shirts with shorts so short that it looks like you're not even wearing shorts. She also says mom jeans. She also says chunky shoes. She says basically all of Gen Z's wardrobe, everything they wear. LaCandace comes in and argues and says, I love my long oversized shirts. And Miranda says, well, just don't wear it with shorts that make you look like you're not wearing shorts. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because really you're just looking like you look like you're Winnie the Pooh in it. You know what I'm saying? You just really look like you're walking around with your
Winnie the Pooh wore a crop top.
You look like you're walking around with your stuff just hanging out. You know?
Wait, I have a new one.
Winnie the Pooh is female. Yes, Lee, what's up?
Those leggings that have the scrunchy part that goes into your butt crack. So you have this like your butt is. So you walk around like you're really naked because in your butt crack. You have to feel that elastic inside your butt crack all day.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
Can't be good. Okay. Matt Hutchison says, guys wearing pearl necklaces. Kyle said, yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
Huh?
Yep, I've seen that a couple of times.
I'm sorry I've missed it, honestly.
Like, are we talking like straight up like from
for real pearl necklaces?
Dark Knight Rises, fucking
FR, dude.
Shit.
For real.
Dude, FR.
No cap.
I'm not even
no cap.
Not even capping.
No cap to be seen here.
What was that?
Not even a cap. Not even one.
Bet.
Kyle says flip-flops. They're so incredibly uncomfortable that I find it hard to believe that people wear them on purpose other than when they're just at the beach or at a camp for shoes or something. I don't know.
I love flip-flops.
Sophie says Crocs and the stupid shoe charms that goes on them. I said what I said. And again, we have people arguing and saying
I have a problem with half of that. Keep going.
Michael T. Jet says guys wearing their pants down past their butt. Sometimes when they walk, it looks like they pooped their pants. LOL.
And that's why they're falling down, because there's such a load in it.
Just dropped a whole deuce.
Kayla says animal prints. I just can't seem to get on board. A little added in here and there is okay, but when you look like you're walking around as a cheetah, All right, and that ends the fashion trend.
Animal print scrunchy leggings up the ass crack with Crocs on the bottom with some little jewels on the top of the Crocs. But then up here,
what are those Crocky jewels called?
Up here, we have no, it's nothing. They're just naked from up there.
That's your fantasy? Is that what you're saying, JD? That's your fantasy? He's like, send that woman to my house.
Anybody out there on the internet's hearing this, hit me up.
Croc gibbets is what they're called. Gibbets.
Hey, I thought they were called charms.
Gibbets.
Hey, you know what? Let's just give this a shot. Let's play some Family Feud. All right, live listeners, it's time to play Family Feud. It's time to play Family Feud.
If we're doing Family Feud, we got to do a quick round, man.
Yeah, well, that's the game plan. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying right here.
We got to make it haps.
First one to get 2 answers correctly is going to take home the Camo Energy Variety Pack prize. Gracie is the judge. You have to just trust what she's seeing. She's on a different screen than you are. I asked the questions. We're looking for number 1 answers. We're looking for number 1 answers. First one to get 2 of these gets it. Here we go.
So, hey, before you do, Lee,
Yeah.
While he does these questions, I also sometimes ask questions inside of his questions. So specifically about like what you're here for the show.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Here we go.
55. All right, guys. Here we go. First question: where do kids learn about the birds and the bees? We're looking for the number one answer. First one to get it gets the point.
Nice. So, Leigh, can you tell everybody where the website they can go to is?
It is ACES, ACES, Appalachia.com. If you want to read about ADHD, you can click on the Appalachian ADHD blog, or you can message me, or you can read all about the awesome things that we provide at ACES Appalachia.
We've got the number one answer in the chat already.
Mm-hmm.
The number one answer is school.
Dallas Jets.
Dallas on the board. That
But
means
like
she's
from their
one away.
teachers or like from
Other kids.
It's bad.
Other kids. The school
The
bus.
interwebs.
Did you get it? The joke. It was like a Mary Kate or Letourneau joke or whatever her name was. Mary Lou Letourneau. What was that?
Mary Kate.
Mary Kate Letourneau.
Okay. Remember?
All right, here we go. Next question, looking for number one answer. If Dallas gets it, she already wins because we're just going to 2 tonight. That's it. Okay, here's the question. Name something you might lie about until you know someone better. Name something you might lie about until you know someone better. Your ADHD.
Oh my God, I was sitting here thinking, that's not true for me. I tell people right out the gate. Like I teach college and I always on the first day, I'm like, just want you guys to know, I have a super bad ADHD. So.
Good, there you go.
Number one answer is in the chat, just like that. It's age. And I'm only seeing one in there, right?
Yep.
Well, no, there's 2. Gracie, who got it first on your end?
Brandon.
Okay, Brandon will
He's the first one I saw.
Gotcha.
Right there.
No,
Gosh,
right behind.
Humans are horrible animals, aren't they?
I would have said about having kids.
Oh God! Let's see.
Okay,
Why did you lie about having kids until you knew them better?
Not to be confused with Jasper O'Connell, who says the status of your herpes, which is
I know
fair.
that asshole. God.
That's fair. God save the girl that Jasper gets with. The herpes train's coming at you.
I know,
Okay,
right? I've heard stories about that guy.
Next question. I like this question.
Okay.
Name something that really is better when it's bigger. Name something that's better when it's bigger. I don't think anyone's going to get this answer
We'll
right.
see. We will see. But I do have a question for Leigh. Leigh,
Yeah.
With ACES and everything that you're planning on doing, what's sort of a avenue or something you'd like to get involved with in the future with ACES? As in, like, who would you like to help out? What's a group? How do you want to advocate? Like what's something you feel like would be a really a great avenue?
Anybody who's working on trauma-informed care, whether in the school system or not. I also, so one of the things I specialize in ADHD. I also specialize in health equity and diversity and inclusion. But one of my absolute obsessions is adverse childhood experiences or the physiology of trauma. Like
Number one answer is in the chat. Number one answer is
Brian's got it.
ADHD.
You can finish. Leigh, please, you can finish.
Adverse childhood experiences or the physiology of trauma and how childhood trauma manifests into chronic disease later in life.
Wow.
I would love to work on that.
Fantastic. What a wonderful answer. That's like the most real answer we've ever had for one of these like small quick. Normally it's like, hey, what's like your least favorite vegetable? And then it's like, but now it's like, I really want to work with these people and help these people out and so they have better lives. So.
I'm gonna read this in LaCandace's voice. Holy shit! Didn't know y'all was still live.
You got it was a little higher pitch.
Yeah, can I get a higher pitch?
Is Leigh the
Didn't know
lady
y'all was still live.
That's real good. That was real good.
Did I sing at Halloween?
You did.
I did sing at Halloween.
We broke out karaoke.
Karaoke.
So yes, Candy, this is the same person. Okay, here we go. Next question. By the way, we got a lot of people on the board with one here. A lot of people.
Yeah, Dallas, Brandon, and Mel.
Next one.
We're just looking for the first person to get to 2. Here we go. Next question. Name something you might do if you wake up in the middle of the night. Name something you might do if you wake up in the middle of the night. Go.
So, Leigh, this is sort of side question about, but like, who have you seen putting together an organization such as yours recently? Like, who's somebody you kind of look up to in that sort of sense? Like somebody who you feel like this is really cool. This kind of gave me maybe inspiration into.
Yeah. So I graduated with my master's degree in public health from Marshall. And one of the amazing professors there, her name is Dr. Georgiana Logan, and she is wonderful. She does amazing things. And she also created her own LLC and her own nonprofit, but she works in diversity, health equity, mostly in terms of men's mental health in the Black community. And she definitely is a mentor, but I feel like I have so many mentors. You know, Dr. Ward, who runs the MPH program, he also started the Institute of Minority Health. They do amazing things. And I've worked with so many. The West Virginia ACES Coalition are doing amazing things. Try This West Virginia is doing amazing things. And I think it's been great to know all of these people because they've all influenced what I'm doing. They've all educated me in some way and influenced what I'm doing in some way. So
number 1 answer is in the chat. Gracie, we're going to accept anything revolving around going to the bathroom. So either bathroom or pee.
What a wonderful way to back up what you just said. All these wonderful things. And Brian's like, well, just whatever. When anybody talking about pissing or shitting.
Who typed piss first? Go.
LaCandace.
LaCandace. Here's what LaCandace like. Hey, I go up and pee.
Hey,
all right.
I eat pickles.
Ryan's the one doing the impression. Okay.
I get up in the middle of the night and eat a whole jar of pickles.
No, you're crazy.
I will fucking smash an entire. I will smash an entire jar of pickles and then turn the juice into a cocktail that I will then drink.
My husband's like, I can't believe you eat an entire jar of pickles at a time. And I'm like, it's really only 2 cucumbers because it's spears. It's just 2 cucumbers. It's very healthy.
It's a fair point.
It's
okay, here we go. Next question.
So people do picklebacks and it's like whiskey and pickle juice. But if you just mix the whiskey with the pickle juice on ice and drink it, it's great.
Whiskles. Whiskles. Okay.
Whiskles. It's called Whiskles, according to Brian. God damn it.
Here we go. Next question. If time and interruptions weren't an issue, how often would you have sex? If time was no issue, how often would you have sex?
Interesting.
I thought you were going to be like, if time and interruptions were no issue, do you even have ADHD?
P.S. Where was this question going? You'll never know. On to the next one.
I've already forgot the first half of the question. What was it again?
The number 1 answer is already in the chat. It's how often would you have sex?
See, and that's how adult ADHD works.
Yeah. The number 1 answer is once a day or daily. So either one works.
Brandon Woolham.
So, Woolham. And then that's your winner, right? He's got 2. Okay, there you go. Boom, Woolham. We're going to mail you some camo, dude. For sure.
Wonderful.
I will get that to you. Same address? Question mark. I assume.
Can we address LaCandace's last statement?
Yeah.
That marriage sex is way better than anything.
Maybe more. 3 times.
Married sex is way better than anything.
So
let's hear thoughts on this.
Let's talk about.
Once she walked down the aisle, then she went back home, and sex was. It was married sex at that point. So
I want Jasper O'Connell to weigh in on this one.
Yes. Oh, we got a shout out, like a call out into the chat, like into the live Holler Nation in the place.
Woolham says newly married sex isn't married sex. There's his 2 cents. Michael T. Jett says bet.
No cap.
No cap.
Yeah.
FR.
Well, I guess there is the benefit of them having seen all the jiggly bits and stuff, so you don't have to feel self-conscious about anything because you know they're locked down. Where the heck they going?
All the jiggly bits are the best part.
I'm just saying. I guess not having that, you know.
This is here's my opinion. This is equivalent to like an athlete hyping themselves up with like music before the game. They're like hype. It's all up here. It's all in your head. So like, you know, some people are going home and they're telling themselves now.
And then the game itself, when you're on the field, is not the fucking same at all. You're on the field. You've got the fucking these yards. You got to get this run. You got to put these people on base. What?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What's okay.
I have a dog son. He faces the ball.
Hey, we've done the polls. We've done some Family Feud. We've given away a bunch of camo, which, by the way, everybody check out Camo Energy Shots.
Feels like a success.
Hit that up. Should we do a shots fired to end the show?
If you want to go, if you want to go short and sweet,
chill it out.
Okay. No soap boxes tonight for your shots fired.
Okay,
and
fine.
here we go.
Shots fired.
Holler Nation.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Again, says I've had a lot of sex, slut o'clock, but married sex is where it's at.
Cool. I'll never know. Gracie, what's your shots fired? Go for it.
Kids' shoes with shoestrings. They're 2 years old. They can't tie their shoes. Stop making fucking kids' shoes with shoestrings. Hit the button.
Party, let's go party.
That was really good. That was really good. Katie, what's up? Shots fired.
Yo, straight up tonight when I was working, I had to stay a little later because all of the teachers and everywhere came to the bar to get fucked up on their first week of school just because the kids kept getting in fights. Hey, kids, if you're going to get in fights, don't do it at school. Do it in your own backyard. Like, do it on the street or something.
Word.
Don't do it at school. Do it in the street or something.
Leigh, shots fired. You got anything?
We got lots of things.
Pick one.
You got to pick one, though.
People who don't believe ADHD is real, they piss me off. People who say Adderall is the same as taking methamphetamine, they piss me off.
I like it. Earlier this week, I was presented a box of free donuts at work, and I thought, hey, cool, I'm going to just pick one at random. I thought one was going to be cream-filled. I thought my choices were cream-filled, custard-filled, or jelly-filled, and I was like, I'm going to be fine with any of those things that happen. Hopefully it's cream-filled, but I'll be fine with any of them. I bite into the fucking thing. It is filled with like a jelly lemon. It's lemon-filled.
No, that happened to me.
That's disgusting. Nobody wants to eat jelly lemon in the fucking donut. Why does that donut exist? What asshole set me up for this? Shots fired. Because you don't have to pretend not to like that one. You just don't like it. It's not good.
Ladies, gentlemen, gangsters, pimps, mothers, daddies, stunners, and shorties, thank you so much for hanging out with us on the internet. This is Holler. It's the interactive game show / drive time show / talk show. I don't know. I don't even know what this is anymore.
It's Brittany, bitch.
My name is JD. That was Brian. This is Gracie. And Leigh, thank you so much for being on our show. Everybody, please check out ACES Appalachia. You can hit them up at acesappalachia.com. It's ACES, ACES, and it's Appalachia. It's spelled like Appalachia. If you don't know how to spell it,
do you know how to spell it, JD?
I do.
I'm just kidding.
Gracie, don't worry. I'll leave you out of this. Leigh, thank you so much for being here. We can't wait to have you back on the show sometime. And you know what? You're my neighbor. Literally, I'll see you around.
You're going to see me in 10 minutes because I'm going to walk over and get some Whiteclaw out of your fridge.
All right, guys. I'm gonna smash a bunch of buttons and we're gonna get the hell out of here. Thank you, Holler Nation, for sticking around so late this evening. We'll catch you next round.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Ron, you gotta give me some freshness. I need something fresh. Brian, give me fresh. There's another page. Open the new page.
Oh my God, just end the damn show already.
My sister was a witch.
Turn it off. Turn off. Hit the button. Turn it off.